how challenging is it been to go through that kind of after only being here for like 14 hours before the field company?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big learning curve. I really felt like, I honestly felt like I expected worse, but it's been pretty smooth. I mean, I love this room. Me and Kyle are really close. Me and CJ are really close. Me and Chad, like, literally, there's no hatred for anybody in this group. Like, everybody loves each other. Everybody wants the best for each other. It's a really cool environment in there, and it's so cool to learn from each one of them. And it's so crazy how much each guy knows and how different everybody's game is, and just kind of feed off of each other.
How do you manage your own expectations with this season? Obviously, you're not naive to the fact that you playing this year means that something has either gone wrong,
Yeah.
or that you're in a game that maybe doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to be ready when your number's called no matter what, and Coach Day preaches that all the time. Just got to be ready to go when you're called. That's really how I'm treating it. I'm not worried about where I'm at or anything like that. Just trying to get better and learn from these guys.
For you, the reps that you're getting now, I think probably getting more than maybe you expected because he doesn't need quite as much. How do you feel that he's growing since getting here?
Definitely adjusted to the speed for sure. Like, way different with our defenses and what we're getting. Even on the offensive side, like, we haven't ever seen a defense like this really. So it's a learning curve for the coaches too. So being able to learn from them and kind of adjust really fast because we're never knowing what the defense is going to give us. So like I said, just being able to react fast.
One thing that I'm curious about is, as a quarterback, adjusting the speed of receivers like this. In high school, you had good receivers in Corner Canyon, but not like this, right?
Right.
How much does that change your internal thought? When you have to get rid of the ball, where you feel confident throwing?
Yeah, I mean, the window for error is a lot bigger because, I mean, our targets are a lot bigger and they can make a lot better catches than guys we've had in the past. But the speed really isn't in terms of the receivers. I had speed of receivers. Like, my slot receiver, Cody, he's going on to play Division I football and one of the fastest kids in the country. So that's really not the biggest learning curve. It was more so just the speed of the defense, speed of the D-line. That's coming a lot faster than in high school.
Is that good for a guy? You're sort of a gunslinger mentality, right?
Yeah, no doubt, yeah.
Is it good to know that, hey, I can throw it pretty much anywhere, anytime? Would it actually be beneficial for you as a freshman to have a little bit more of a reined-in approach?
No, I think you definitely do have to have a reined-in approach. You're not just going to be out here slinging all the time. It just depends on what the play is, really. But I wouldn't say I'm going out here just trying to throw the deep money ball every time. Like, I'm just trying to work through my reads and hit as many targets as I can, get completions. That's really the main thing. Find check downs if I have them. Because a check down on 2nd and 20 could be 3rd and short. It's a lot better than 2nd and long.
What specifically has been easier for you? You said it's been some parts of it have been maybe smoother than you thought. What specifically, I guess, has been
Just being out in the field, I thought like my athleticism would be behind. I didn't think I'd be able to move around as good as I can and make some of the throws early on.
What type of feedback are you getting from Coach Day when you were talking with him as the transition to the
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what kind of day it is, to be honest. But no, it's all been good. And, you know, he knows it's early on, and just they keep telling me steady in the boat. Don't ride the roller coaster. It's never too high. It's never too low. Just stay steady. Oh, they've been great. Like, every little thing they've been helping me on. Anytime I got a question on a play, anytime I got a question on a blitz, anything like that, like, they're right there ready to help me. It's never like, oh, I don't want to help this guy because he's behind me or anything like that. They've been super helpful on literally anything I can ask them for.
Yeah, how much more complex is what you're looking at across the line than it was a year ago for you?
Night and day.
Explain that. I mean, explain how you put that puzzle together.
I never really had to worry about protections in high school. It was like our protection was, we were either pass blocking or run blocking, and our pass blocking was the same thing every time. So it really wasn't ever different for me in high school. So getting out here, I got to know what blitzes I got coming and what fronts we have, what defense has. So there's a lot of different things that can go into play. So
yeah, I was going to say middle of piece on this about how you guys do with the chaos in front of you, and yet keep your eye down the field. You know,
right.
How long do you think it'll be before you feel comfortable with what you're seeing and adjusting to? Is it just a continuing process?
No doubt. I think it's definitely just continuing on every practice. Like, it gets better every practice. You know, those first few snaps live, it's like, wow, it's coming fast. Like, you got guys right in your face, you can't see routes, but it'll just over time slow down, and I'll know where guys are at. And you're never really looking at guys in front of you unless he's right in your face. So you got to trust in your line, trust in your running backs.
Yeah. How many times have you gone to the line, got ready for the snap, and the play went off exactly like you thought it would? I mean, the coverage was exactly what you thought it would be. The blitz or the twist or whatever they're running.
Yeah, I mean, it happens every once in a while, but with our defense and what Coach Dolan's does, you never know what you're going to get. So,
yeah. What stands out about this defense right now?
just you never know what you're going to get. I mean, all of a sudden you can get 3 guys up the A gap, and you didn't even see it coming in the first place. So
What's easy for you?
workouts. No, I mean it's all been pretty smooth. Just I have a lot of trust in these coaches, and they've just done an amazing job of helping me just steady along the way and not really rushing anything or forcing anything, and just kind of being steady the whole time.
Obviously, we got a chance to see you in extended action, and you looked like a freshman. You had moments where it was good,
Right.
Moments where it was bad. I saw you and your dad afterward. He's chastising you more than usual. But can you just explain the dynamic between Coach Day, the head coach, who's also a quarterback, who's the reason why you're here, versus like Coach Vince, and like, how does that work? Whether you make a good play or you make a mistake, how does that dynamic work when things are live and they're both kind of get for it?
I mean, they're both just asking me what's going on. They're trying to get me flustered and trying to jump on me and see my reaction. They want to see how I react. A lot of times they're not angry at me. They know I'm a freshman. They know I'm going to make mistakes, but they just want to know why I did things, and they want me to process everything and be able to communicate everything.
Is there maybe a good cop, bad cop element to this? For one, like
Definitely.
Coach
Yeah.
Vince, like in your face, like
Yeah.
I'm cursing you out, while Corey Dennis is more like actually coaching you.
Yeah, it can be like that sometimes. It really just depends on the situation, and a lot of times it could be Coach Day not even mad. He's just trying to get me flustered and see how I react and see how I go on to the next play.
Now that you've gotten a chance to see them throw in games, and obviously they know more than you because they've been here, what impresses you about CJ and what impresses you about Kyle?
Man, CJ knows every little detail. It's crazy. Like in high school, you swear you know so much about football and what's really going on, and then you get here, it's a whole new world. And CJ just knows every little thing. He can see coverages, he can see blitzes when I would have never expected it to come. So it's pretty crazy to see him do those things. And Kyle's right there with him. He's only had a year, and he's done a lot of the same things. But like I said, they've just been so helpful to me, and it's been really awesome to work with them.
Are you ever live in practice?
No, we're not. We've been going live, but not in the quarterbacks. Coach Day doesn't want to get hurt or something.
Devin, Coach Day the other day made a comment about how he thinks in order to play for the most part as a freshman, guys need to roll early.
Yeah.
With your situation, there's 2 guys that were already here. What was it about enrolling early that you decided I need to be at Ohio State?
Really, I was going to early enroll anywhere, but you just got to get in and get the offense right away. Like being here this whole time, this 3 months that I've been here, like you've learned so much and you've got used to so many different things. The guys that are coming later, they're going to be way behind, it seems like. I can't imagine what they're going to have to go through going right into practices. Like we have a whole new understanding of things, and they're just brand new into it.
Was there consideration of, look, this is my last year of high school, or are you so football focused that missing out on those things wasn't something?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a thought of it, but my goal was to go play football, and so that's what I had to stick with.
There may have not been, I think I asked you this one when we talked about early enrollments or whatever, but has there been a moment where you're like, whoa, this is like big time college football? Like in terms of, like, is there a specific practice, a specific rep or something that you're like, okay, yeah, I'm at that next level?
Probably the first play I watched live, or first play that I was in live in our first practice, like it's just a whole different world with how fast everything's coming and what different blitzes are coming. Once they started bringing blitzes, it's like this is way different than everything you've ever seen before. So you're like, wow, it really is a big step.
Do you feel, was it intimidating for you?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just new. Like you just got to get used to it.
Because I know you were talking about that like big playbook. You
Yeah.
know, last time we were here, and I'm curious about it. I mean, how much of that have you kind of, was that an adjustment, or is that something that you're kind of like, oh yeah, like I'm getting into it. This is new, but this is something that I'm kind of learning to master.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. And every week we're putting in new plays. Every practice we would be putting in new plays, which was different from high school. But the playbook has been really good, and I felt like I'm pretty comfortable with everything we have right now.
How have you gotten? I know you talked highly of Kyle during winter workouts. How has your relationship with him grown, and then CJ grown as kind of the spring's gone on?
Oh, we're all super close. Like I said, I was telling them earlier, like we're all just super close, and everybody wants the best for each other. Everybody's trying to help each other in every little situation. Like if we can help any advice on like a different throw or something like that. Like Kyle was locked in his room the other day, and he was calling us to help him get out of his room. Like it's just we're all there for each other. It's a super cool bond in that whole quarterback room.
How have you seen your play grow over the course of this spring? Is it kind of incremental, or is it kind of this drastic change that you've made?
No, I think it's just been incremental, just slowly every practice getting a little bit better, just getting used to everything really.
How much are you looking forward to the spring game, getting out there and as close to a live setting as you'll get?
Yeah.
Playing in the stadium and all that. How much
I'm so pumped. It's gonna be so different than practice because you just got a lot of juice. So last week we had a practice with all the students here and everything, so it brought a little more juice and it was a little more exciting. Brought some life to practice. So that's really what I'm most excited for, is just to be in front of everybody and have some juice out there.
You mentioned dealing with the pressure during that live portion of practice the other day. You saw the defensive line win some battles up front. How much was that getting used to college defensive ends, college defensive tackles from that?
Oh, it's huge. It's still every week it's different. So I'm just trying to improve on that every week.
I just want to ask a question about your helmet. I see CJ is wearing the new Riddell
Yeah.
accent. Is that decision that he made? Is that
So, yeah. They decided if he wanted to wear it, he could wear it. They only have I want to say 4 right now. So they're just letting guys try it out, and then they're gonna order more if they like them. We can have them.
Is that something you're interested in, or any of the other quarterbacks?
Whatever's comfortable. I'm not a big flashy guy, so whatever's comfortable and whatever I can see out of. Yep. Appreciate you guys.